Alright, back with another video. Hack 850 Cobra 6 actual slash. I made a slash with my hand. It doesn't matter because you guys can't see me. This is very shortly after the IDF games. I'm playing with similar people, if I remember right. Not quite all the same guys, but most of them. I switched from Israeli to just my general blufor decks. If I had to pick a favorite deck so far, it's just my blufor motor, my blufor mechanized, as well as my NORAD mech. I'm a huge fan, or NORAD motor. I'm kind of torn. So this is a NORAD deck. I don't remember if it's my mechanized deck or motorized deck, but anyhow, I'm a huge fan of the Bradleys. Makes sense. I'm American, so I love the American units on this game. Though I think they had to balance them a little bit. Mostly because we're the best. Yeah. Anyhow, enough of my nationalism. I'm also a huge fan of the French infantry units in this game. I have no idea why. But I love the Czech units when I'm playing Warsaw Pact. Slash Red 4, and I love the French units when it comes to my blufor side, my French infantry. Not to mention my French anti-air. I did just, like, before this match, integrated some Israeli forces into the deck. You'll see that quite a bit. If I had to guess, I'd say this is motorized with the Crotal, but I do not remember for sure. But yeah, so I'm just going to do some recon and some anti-air over here. The Crotal is one of my favorite anti-air units because it's quick, and against helicopters, great range. It's like 3,300 meters or so. So it does a really good job of taking out helicopters. There was one time, maybe I should just make a video about it, but there was one time I had a Crotal coming up here, two Spetsnaz in hind helicopters flying side by side. Crotal, one missile, hits them, stuns them both. Another missile, and they go, whoo, cleared the way for victory in that match. It was great. So, got Charlie. I like to get my units, in Charlie here. Generally, I'll try and hold Charlie. Let somebody else hold Bravo. I'll try and hold Charlie. That frees me up so that I can focus on micromanaging. With that said, if I'm going for Alpha or Delta, I will generally take my guy along with me to try and take it out. This is the unit I was talking about, the M3A2 Bradley. This is the recon variant with the 12 tow missiles, 12 tow 2 missiles, excuse me. But a total of 12 of them, does a really good job, has a lot of staying power. They did just, actually with the Israeli update, upgrade his frontal and side armor. I think they downgraded his back and top armor. But he can actually take a hit now. I don't know if it was this video or in another replay. But he took a hit from, I think, a Moderna to the front. And he did a really good job. Stuck around. He was hurt. He's hurting, but he did all right. Got some infantry in that Ram Recce. I think it's Bedouins. I don't think it's Maglin, but I don't remember for sure. Bedouin, yep. So this may be my mechanized. I don't know. I think I would have gone with the Maglions, but anyhow, in this area, maybe not, because I've got the Bradleys. Ram AT, I really, really like this unit. Does a really good job, can go far, has great range as far as the autonomy goes. Crotal, moving him over to kind of help these guys out. I know he's got a Barkin, but I don't know if that's enough. Get those Dorban LRs. That's a very fast, very accurate missile. It does a really good job. It has 26, 25 meter range, something like that. Just moving this guy up. I'm just doing a recon by fire here. So, got that guy with my Bradley. My recon unit got taken out. Maglans, I was hoping would kind of cover this area and then move up with the Bedouins. I did not realize those guys were spotted the whole time. Bad guys knew exactly where they were. Moving up the Ram AT. I really like him. He's a cheap unit. You can just kind of push up. He's not particularly good. I mean, he's got good optics. I'll open it up here. Good optics. but 95 speed off-road, pretty good. And then, 30% accuracy, neither here nor there. He has to be stopped to fire, but 3 HE power does a decent job against infantry. So they got that K-52 up, which is one of the reasons I take the Crotal, is somebody using a K-52. I'll pause it real quick, we'll give you a glimpse of his armament. Yes, he has anti-radar missiles. Good thing the Crotal is not radar guided. And then, even if he were radar guided, the Crotal's range 3,300 meters against helicopters. Yeah. This guy's only at 3,500, even if he were radar guided, which he's not. So, anyhow, I'm a huge fan of the Crotal as far as my anti-helo infantry goes. This is me just marking. I believe they have a command unit in there, tanks or something. Just give you guys a glimpse of what's going on here. I'm trying to recall. Anyhow. So yeah, just holding the line, and I just realized I'm at 1 speed. This is going to be a long video if we do it that way. Or a 14-minute video if we do it that way. Decent hit there. I came in at the wrong second moving this guy. 27M, 24M. Those are anti-tank dudes, and I was like, no, my Bradley. So luckily, they pulled off. They didn't get my Bradley. K-52's over here, trying to get the Crotal in an area he can hit him, and this guy just flies right over. I mean, like, right in the way. There's no way I could miss. I think it's a bit overkill. Nighthawk for some Razvedkas, especially because the Nighthawk dies. So I'm just not sure why he went for such a low unit for that, especially because I could take care of these guys with these units here. I know I need to get some more missiles in for this guy. This guy's going to be running out here soon too, especially if I start pushing up. So I know he's spotted. I know they got some stuff. I did not realize they had that there. I knew they had a good tank, but I didn't know it was that. So pull back a little bit. Get the Crotal, fueled up and ammoed up. So this is the TCM, the BTR 152 TCM. So this is that Ram TCM I showed you before. Same gun, just on a different chassis. That's kind of a half-track BTR thing. Not a half-track. It doesn't have a track, but a wheeled half-track, if you will. Get some good kills in there. Always nice to compliment your teammates, when they do a good job. And I do a good job so rarely, as evidenced by my mishandling of that Bradley, that, when I do a decent job, I'd like to be complimented for it. I'll take all the compliments I can get. Anyhow, so I am at a pretty weakened state as far as this goes, but what can you do? With only 4 minutes left in the game, apparently we're going to win pretty good. It didn't look all that good at this point. I just didn't have enough units over here. These guys were moving up slowly but surely. We got a super heavy in here. He does a good job with his super heavies, I think, in a different game. On this one, he doesn't push the way I would. Maybe. I mean, I would be a little more aggressive. Maybe. I don't know, I say that, but I very rarely run super heavies. I'm just not. I don't know, that's not really my play style to sort of slug it out. This was hilarious to me, too. You just run around. He kills, like, 3 or 4 of their command units. Like, all sorts of cool stuff in here. Which pulls, as you can see, pulls all of their units. Like, whoa, shit, we gotta get to Echo. Also, cascade effect of them leaving. We were already doing really well point-wise, but this really helped enforce it. This does allow most of us to kind of move up and get some stuff done. Ram AT taking care of stuff. I don't know if he kills the Book or not. I think the Merkava comes in and gets him, but not 100% on that. Oh no, Ram AT got him. That's one of the reasons I love the Ram AT is they can move quick, and although they don't have great accuracy, they do a decent enough job. Glad Bedouins didn't get killed on this one. Move that Ram Recce up, get some stuff going. Huge fight over here, huge fight. What can you do? Except watch. Doesn't matter, their last guy left. Total victory. You can't see my fist pump, but it's there. Did a decent job, 6-1 KD. I'll take it. Take it every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Bradley does a pretty good job. Gets command unit. Couple. I'm not as familiar with the Chinese as I should be. I think some transports, but not 100%. Gets the T80B. What? Crotal more than pays for itself. About double with that KA-52. Not to mention, no longer suppressing our recon anti-air. Rosetkas, exactly what the Bedouins should be killing. Ram ATs, he got the Book. Woot woot. Ram Recce stole the Conquerors from the Merkava 3B there. But anyhow, did lose a few units. Poor Dearborn. Like I said, the M3A2 is probably my single most favorite unit in the game. But with that said, I am going to... it's only an 11-minute video. Let's start the next one. I played all of these games pretty much right in a row. Let's get started here. Loading. Keep those replays loading. I also do think it's silly how they might update those photos at some point. So, similar, same guys, same map, 10v10. Well, more or less the same guys. Even a lot of the bad guys came back for another game. So on this one, I am using... It's a blufor. I think I was mechanized in the last one. I think I'm motorized in this one. Again, just 15, 20-minute video. We were doing replay. We were doing a really good job. Carnival, he's going to take his that. I cannot talk. That Merkava 3D. Again, I'm going to take recon and anti-air. Again, it works really well for me. I take that Bradley. I love the Bradley. Love the Crotal. Do a really good job. I got infantry CV in this one, so I'm going to send them right up over there, as we will see. Get past this here. And this, for me, I'm going to focus mostly on the right side of the video. I like to focus on me in the video because I'm a narcissist. I don't know, what can I say? I didn't get all the units in that I wanted to. I was a little slow, but got that Ram AT, got this guy going. You want to get these guys moving just as quickly as you can onto wherever it is you're trying to go. You'll see a lot of these, especially now that we've got some relatively cheap MLRS units on the blufor. We're going to see kind of a lot of those. The cluster one is probably my favorite one from the Israelis, but I very rarely use artillery, so yeah. Alright, so just moving up here. Get that Crotal moving. Fuchs. I really do like, in here I have the Fernsparker, or something along those lines. We all thought I was going to land over here, but they went for our... I think this is hilarious. They went for our command units, didn't hit them at all, didn't damage anything, stunned that guy, didn't damage him. Yeah, so right here we're moving up pretty forcefully on the right side. They're moving up and holding the line really well up on the center and left. So just moving this guy up. The Fern Spars, that's, yeah. So I know, this is elementary for you guys, but exceptional stealth makes these guys really hard to be seen by anything other than something that has exceptional optics, which are few and far between, and relatively expensive when you get them. So I really like to have something like that in my motorized decks where they're available, just because these guys hide pretty well. We'll see them die. Spoiler alert. But generally they hide really well. They're difficult to be seen, unless they're moving outside of cover. And we get this is kind of a battle for recon right up in here. So most of my units are recon units. I tend to focus on recon in a 10v10. I really do. I like to show other guys where they can kill shit. So works for me. This guy, unfortunately, he's going to drop off some Spetsnaz, GRU, which is like their recon group dudes. They have a decent sniper rifle. I forget how good their A or AT is, rather. But those guys are going to prove painful for me. I'm going to do this in regular time. So they got a T80, they got a T62, and they got a T72 Moderna. Alright, all up in here. We'll just check the stats. 13, not super great. 65-point tank, he does alright. T62, 65-point tank. He's got missiles, though. Yikes. Those missiles are not bad. They're longer range than my missiles, I'll put it that way. 12 armor, he does alright. And then this guy here, the Moderna. A light super heavy, I guess, might be how you do it. I don't know. The Moderna, I'm a huge fan of the Czechs. I don't know why, but the Moderna for me is probably my favorite tank in the game. Even though it's probably not the best, it does a really good job. I really love the autocannon, as well as their rifle, or not rifle, but their main gun. They do a really good job. I really like them. With that said, we make short work of these tanks. Once that HEGM is down, I feel a little more free to kind of move these guys up. So does this guy here, Carnival. He does, or Carnival, or I'm not sure, Carnival. Anyhow, we feel a lot more able to move up some of these units. That was a so hit the T80. So just kind of show you, this guy, he took a hit, right? So they upgraded the armor on these guys, and that has done wonders for their survivability. So that Moderna, he's taking some pot shots at us over here. I think I get him. Right, this poor Ram AT, he's trying to take out those Spetsnaz, and nothing he can do about it. Moderna here takes a hit. Get another missile off from the Bradley, and bam! Shows a side or something, but Bradley gets the kill. That is one of the reasons Bradley's my favorite vehicle in the game. Move the Crotal. Move up the Bradley. They are, they're taking hits. That's 2 of those 3 tanks. 2 medium tanks, 1 super heavy tank got taken care of. We got the T-55 Dyna, which this is another Czech unit. I absolutely love these guys. Their 2800 meter Arcan missile. They're great. Absolutely love them. They spotted these guys at some point, and those, took a direct hit. Those poor those poor German guys. Just, so that does leave me a little light on units. I kept this guy close, kind of moved him close, because I thought maybe I'd be able to move him up into Charlie. It doesn't work out that way. I'm too busy micromanaging. Somebody else gets to it, which is totally cool with me. I don't mind. This, I think, is a complete waste of a SU-27M, a Fuchs. It's like a 5-point transport. He sent a 27M after a 5-point transport. It just seems to me like a waste of a run. There's door bands. They do a really good job. Their LR, the Spike LR, is the same missile the Maglans get, but with about a 200 more meter range. So I am feeling a little naked on this side with just a Bradley and a Crotal. A Bradley that's damaged, but we're holding it off. As far as I know, they just have Spetsnaz and I think a like a 5-man squad of some sort in there. I don't think it's Red Vodkas, but something along those lines. So, you know, these guys worried about a BMPT because that's a pretty intense unit. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but they have 15 frontal armor, a main gun, an auto cannon, and a grenade launcher, so they can chew up infantry. Here it is. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they have the 100mm main gun with good range, really good range. Not super high HE power, but good range, good HE power. 30mm cannon, auto cannon. Really good AP power for a cannon. Decent HE power, you know, normal HE power. Good rate of fire though. But their grenade launcher, the AGS-17, that will just chew up your infantry. As well as that 15-point frontal armor. He's a hard one to kill. Alright, so now that we're done with my portion over here where I was all like cool with the Bradley, killing tanks and shit. Got another one of those dinos over there. McCad. I've played with McCad before. He's a good guy. He is a pretty good player. I haven't talked to him too much, but he's a pretty good player. Alright, so the Spetsnaz are moving up. Trying to get some dudes in here. Bedouins because they're cheap. Altogether, that's 30 points, but you get 2 decent recons. Merida, which I believe is a Polish tank. Yes. You know, 50-point tank. He's a medium tank, you know. Bradley's going to make short work of him, if I remember correctly. My poor Reki, he got taken out. And try and get me there. You know, do what you can. Keep your guys under cover. Keep them concealed as best you can. We're pushing in hard here, though. Game is getting close. Like I said, still know that there's the Spetsnaz here. I know that they have the Su-27M, so I'm hesitant to expose these vehicles for long. This proved a very tempting target. 40-point helicopter. I did not know it was 40 points at the time. Barely know it was 40 points now. I had to check. Those are the other units. The Bedouins do a great job with their little sniper rifle. Very good. Interesting, you don't see that too much with the... I think they're the only blufor, you know, like 5-man unit with a sniper rifle. Ram AT, like I said before, love that unit. 20 points, good optics, runs up, and murders these GRU. I really wanted that kill, 2 missiles, 2 kills, works well. These guys are moving up over here. I want to get into this action, so I'm bringing up some fast, cheap units. LAV-25 Scout got the same autocannon as the Bradley, but obviously no missiles. Cheap unit, pushing with inverse. 25, 20, 20, 15, 60, 80. So I'm hanging back with these guys. Cortel's there to protect the Bradley. Bradley's there to kill shit. And I'm going to use those missiles to good effect, you know, at range. I don't want to just push with an 80-point, especially a damaged, almost out of fuel 80-point unit. So that's where these 25, 20-point units come in. Just coming on in. I know they got the Arty, but the Arty keeps hitting where these guys were. You do have to make sure you aim in front. Aim where you think they're going to be. You might miss, but you're definitely going to miss if you shoot at a non-stationary target where you last knew they were. I love those prams. I never do well with them, but I love those prams. I love the check units. I just thought, these guys are running out of fuel. These guys are running out of fuel. How about we take a fob, we get some more fuel. That was a command infantry unit that this LAV took. I was happy to keep pushing, happy to keep going, and then the bad guys are like, no, and they all left. But anyhow, it was a good game, total victory once again. Those 4 or 5 games right in a row, did a really good job. I was really happy with my performance these games. Better yet, the performance of the team. The guys I was playing with, pretty much the same guys for those 4 games, with some noticeable. Skrin is not here anymore, which you may remember from a couple videos ago when I was playing with the IDF. Anyhow, 5-to-1 KD ratio. More than happy with that. Generally, my kill death ratio is negative. Happy with my 22% of kills. Did about double what I need to do to represent myself. 8% casualties, so I was about where I should have been with that, as far as like where I'm at on the team. Command points. I didn't get any because I didn't get my recon, or not my recon, my CV infantry into Foxtrot fast enough. But anyhow, God, I love these M3A2 Bradleys. Moderna, Merida, Spetsnaz, all these guys. Recon tank, D55. That's a 35 point tank right there. Like a 55 or something, 50 point tank, 160 points. So doing a really good job. Like I said, not as familiar with the North Korean or Chinese units quite as much. Excuse me. Crotown didn't pay for himself, but he did take down that helicopter, 40-point helicopter. Didn't die, protected the Bradleys really well. He was the only AA over on that side for part of the game there. LAV-25 Scout brought him in at the very end. That's 4 times his worth. That's about even with him. That's a 25, 30-point unit. A couple, there's like a 10 or 15 point, 5 point. But right there, paid for himself many times over. Ram AT, like I said, 20-point unit. That's a 35-point vehicle. That's a 20-point recon infantry, I think, something along those lines. Anyhow, lost a couple units, a couple of those Ram ATs, but they are sacrificial lambs as far as I'm concerned when it comes to my recon units. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Kind of a 2-for-1 deal here as far as the replays go. Keep watching. I'll keep throwing them up. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.